London, 1935, August. I'd been back 3 months in the old country and frankly wondering why. The weather made me irritable, there was no exercise to speak of, and the ordinary talk of the Englishman made me quite sick. I'd enough of restaurants and parties and no pal to go about with, which probably explains things. Hopi Binge, lost in the Canadian Treasury, Tommy Deloraine, married off to a blonde heiress in Chicago, ship's Carruthers, by God, eaten by crocodiles in the Limpopo. Leaving me, Richard Hannay, 37 years old, sound in wind and limb. Back home, which was no home at all if you want to know, just a little old rented flat in West One, Portland Place actually, and to tell you the truth, I was bored. No, I'm more than bored, tired of life. So I called my broker. He wasn't in, stopped into the bar, full of old colonial buffers. Had a whiskey and soda, put it back, and picked up the evening newspaper. It was full of elections and wars and rumors of wars, and I thought, well, who the bloody hell cares, frankly? I mean, what happens to anyone? Well, what happens to me? No one would care about me. I wouldn't care about me. I could quite easily just... And then I thought, wait a minute. Pull yourself together, Hannay. Find something to do, you bloody fool. Something mindless, something utterly pointless and trivial, something... I know. A trip to the theater! There! That should do the trick.
Now there's no turning back. Oh, my dear Richard. Oh! Now, shut up!
Oh, golly.
Says a man in Scotland, only a matter of days, perhaps hours, in the secret out of this country. I tell you, these men were shook at nothing, as they had to do. Quickly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize in my hesitation in addressing you, but to tell you the simple truth, I had entirely failed just now while listening to the chairman's flattering description to realize she was talking about me. Thanks awfully. Anyway, when I journeyed up to Scotland just a few days ago, traveling along the Highland Express among that magnificent Falkbridge structure, I had no idea that in just a few days I would be addressing such an important political meeting. But might I say from the bottom of my heart and the utmost sincerity, how delighted and relieved I am to be in your presence at this very moment. Oh, hello. You take a seat.
You do. Oh, how rude! Oh, no, this is so unfair. No.
Anyway, what was I saying? Ah, yes, delighted, not to say relieved, because so long as I stand on this platform, I am delivered for the moment from the cares and anxieties that are always a lot of a man in my position. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight to discuss, what shall we discuss? I know, how about herring trade, or schnitzel perhaps, or idle rich? Well, not that I can talk about that, because I'm not rich, nor have I ever been idle. Thanks, Beverly. Anyway, well, I've been pretty busy all my life, really. Well, not that recently. Recently, I've been a bit of a schlump, to be honest. Catching myself in the lonely hours, full of damned thoughts and what have you. Well, not that recently. Recently, the last few days. Well, no, the last day, really. Everything's gone a bit haywire, frankly. Wouldn't say it's been easy. Pretty damn difficult, actually. But the odd thing is you carry on. And it's pretty bracing when you do. Pulls a chap out of himself, if you know what I mean. There he is. No idea what's happening, where to turn, who to trust, whether it'll be worth it in the end at all. But something, I don't know, stirs the old bones, gets the old ticker pumping again, and there's no time to think, and your mind's singing, and your heart's racing, and you're meeting people, real people, doing the best they can in all the terrible situations the world throws at them. Suffering things no man or woman ought to suffer. Yet they keep going on. They don't give up. They damn well keep going. And I'll tell you what else they do. They do the best they can for other people too. Now, is that such an outmoded, sentimental notion? Is it? Well, is it? So let's just set ourselves resolutely to make this world a happier place, a decent world, a good world. A world where no nation plots against nation, where no neighbor plots against neighbor, where there's no suspicion or cruelty, where people try to help and not to hinder. A world where persecution and hunting down has forever banished. So I am asking you, every one of you here tonight, you and especially you. Is that the sort of world you want? Because that's the sort of world I want. Come on, let's vote on it. Vote for a good world, a better world, and above all, vote for Mr. Crocodile. There. That is all I have to say.
This is the man you want, Inspector.
When have I heard those words before?